The cost of learning. Too late life is full of lessons, but many of the most important ones are learned far too late. As we go through life, we often find ourselves looking back with regret, wishing we had known what we know now earlier. Whether it's the realization of how fleeting time is, the understanding of what truly matters, or the acceptance of things we cannot control, these insights often come after we've made mistakes, experienced loss, or faced adversity. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that originated in Greece and was later adopted by the Romans, offers timeless wisdom that can help us learn these vital lessons earlier in life. By internalizing Stoic principles, we can navigate life's challenges with greater clarity, purpose, and resilience, ultimately leading to more fulfillment and less regret. In this script, we will explore 6 life lessons that most people learn too late, and how Stoic insights can help you embrace these lessons now to foster self-improvement and a life of greater peace and purpose. 1. Time is our most precious resource. Use it wisely. One of the most powerful lessons people learn too late in life is the value of time. It's easy to waste time, assuming we have an endless supply. We procrastinate, get lost in distractions, and often fail to focus on what truly matters. But eventually, the realization hits. Time is finite, and once it's gone, we can never get it back. Seneca, the Roman Stoic philosopher, addressed this in his essay on the shortness of life. He wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." According to Stoicism, time is the most precious resource we have, and it should be spent with intention and purpose. Many people don't fully grasp the value of time until they've squandered much of it. They realize too late that they've been chasing the wrong goals or focusing on things that don't bring them happiness or fulfillment. The Stoics taught that we should live each day as if it were our last, not in a reckless or indulgent way, but with the awareness that life is fleeting and precious. Stoic insight for self-improvement. To avoid the regret of wasted time, start by becoming more mindful of how you spend your days. Ask yourself, are you spending your time on things that align with your values and long-term goals? Are you prioritizing relationships, personal growth, and meaningful work? By reflecting on the brevity of life, you can focus on living each day with intention and purpose. This awareness will help you avoid distractions and make the most of the time you have. 2. You can't control everything. Focus on what you can control. Another lesson that often comes too late is the realization that we have limited control over many aspects of life. Whether it's the behavior of others, external events, or unforeseen challenges, much of what happens in the world is beyond our control. However, we spend enormous amounts of time and energy trying to control or change things that are ultimately outside our influence, leading to frustration, anxiety, and disappointment. The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, emphasized the importance of distinguishing between what we can control and what we cannot. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Stoicism teaches that the only things we truly control are our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Everything else, the actions of others, external events, the outcomes of our efforts, is beyond our control. Many people don't fully understand or embrace this concept until they've spent years trying to change things that are outside their control. By the time they realize the futility of their efforts, they've often accumulated a lot of unnecessary stress and anxiety. Stoic insight for self-improvement. To apply this Stoic lesson, practice the habit of asking yourself, is this within my control? Whenever you face a challenge or feel overwhelmed, if the answer is no, let go of the need to control the situation and focus instead on controlling your response. By focusing only on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and mindset, you'll reduce stress and become more effective in navigating life's challenges. This shift in perspective leads to greater inner peace and resilience. 3. Happiness comes from within. External success won't bring lasting fulfillment. Many people spend a large portion of their lives chasing external success, believing that wealth, status, or material possessions will bring them lasting happiness. However, it's often only after achieving these things, or failing to achieve them, that they realize external success is not the key to fulfillment. True happiness comes from within. The Stoics were firm believers that happiness is an internal state, not something that can be achieved through external means. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in Meditations, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Stoicism teaches that happiness is a byproduct of living in accordance with virtue, cultivating wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. Many people learn this lesson too late, after they've spent years chasing wealth, recognition, or validation from others. They come to realize that these external achievements are fleeting and often leave them feeling empty or unfulfilled. True happiness, according to Stoicism, is found in living a life of purpose, aligned with your values, and cultivating inner peace regardless of external circumstances. Stoic insight for self-improvement. To avoid the trap of chasing external success, focus on developing your inner self. Practice gratitude for what you have. Cultivate virtues like wisdom and self-discipline, and seek fulfillment in personal growth and meaningful relationships rather than in material possessions or external recognition. By shifting your focus inward, you'll experience a deeper sense of contentment and lasting happiness. 4. Failure is a part of growth. Don't fear it. Failure is often seen as something to be avoided at all costs. Many people spend their lives trying to avoid failure, fearing that it will lead to embarrassment, rejection, or disappointment. However, it's only after experiencing failure that many people realize it's an essential part of growth and self-improvement. The Stoics viewed failure not as a setback, but as a necessary step in the journey of personal development. Epictetus taught that failure is an opportunity to learn and grow. He said, "Difficulties are things that show a person what they are." According to Stoicism, failure is not something to be feared or avoided, but something to embrace as a teacher. Many people learn the value of failure too late in life. They spend years playing it safe, avoiding risks or challenges, and in doing so, they miss out on opportunities for growth and development. It's only after they've experienced failure that they understand its transformative power. Stoic insight for self-improvement. Instead of fearing failure, reframe it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Embrace challenges and take risks, knowing that failure is not the opposite of success, but a crucial part of the path to success. When you fail, reflect on what you can learn from the experience and use it to improve. By adopting this Stoic mindset, you'll become more resilient and better equipped to handle setbacks, ultimately leading to greater success in the long run. 5. Comparison is the thief of joy. Focus on your own path. In today's world of social media and constant connectivity, it's easier than ever to compare ourselves to others. We often measure our success, happiness, or worth by how we stack up against those around us. However, this habit of comparison only leads to dissatisfaction and envy, as there will always be someone who appears to be more successful, happier, or wealthier. The Stoics recognized that comparison is a destructive habit, Seneca wrote, "You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire." Stoicism teaches that each person's path is unique, and that comparing yourself to others is futile and self-defeating. True contentment comes from focusing on your own journey and measuring yourself against your own values and goals, not the achievements or possessions of others. Many people learn this lesson too late, after spending years chasing external validation or comparing themselves to others. They realize that comparison only leads to unhappiness, and that true fulfillment comes from living authentically, in alignment with their own values. Stoic insight for self-improvement. To break the habit of comparison, focus on your own path and progress. Reflect on your personal values and goals, and measure your success based on how well you are living in accordance with them. Practice gratitude for what you have and recognize that each person's journey is different. By letting go of the need to compare yourself to others, you'll experience greater contentment and inner peace. 6. Life is fleeting. Live with purpose and intention. One of the most profound lessons that people often learn too late is the fleeting nature of life. Many of us go through life assuming that we have plenty of time to accomplish our goals, strengthen our relationships, or pursue our passions. However, as we age, we realize that life is shorter than we imagined, and that time is the one thing we can never get back. The Stoics were deeply aware of the brevity of life, and they encouraged a mindset of living with purpose and urgency. Marcus Aurelius reflected on this in Meditations, writing, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Stoicism teaches that we should live each day as if it were our last, not in a reckless way, but with the awareness that our time is limited and precious. Many people learn this lesson too late, after spending years caught up in trivial pursuits, distractions, or fears. They come to realize that life is too short to waste on things that don't matter, and that true fulfillment comes from living with purpose, focus, and intention. Stoic insight for self-improvement. To embrace the brevity of life, practice the Stoic principle of memento mori, the contemplation of death. Reflect regularly on the fact that life is finite, and let this awareness guide your actions and decisions. Focus on what truly matters, your relationships, personal growth, and meaningful work, and let go of distractions or fears that hold you back. By living with purpose and intention, you'll make the most of the time you have and avoid the regret of a life half-lived. The lessons we often learn too late in life, the value of time, the importance of focusing on what we can control, the truth that happiness comes from within, the necessity of failure for growth, the destructive nature of comparison, and the fleeting nature of life, are all deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. By embracing these insights early on, you can live a life of greater clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. Stoicism teaches us that self-improvement is not about perfection, but about continuous growth and resilience in the face of life's challenges. By applying Stoic principles to your life, you can navigate the complexities of modern life with wisdom, grace, and strength, ultimately leading to a life of greater peace, fulfillment, and self-mastery.